Hey guys, it's Gardening with Gumby again, and today I'm doing potatoes, and this is a lot of fun because you can be kind of fast and loose with it. There's only a couple things you need to do, so I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing we're going to do is get a potato that is chitting. See those little growth bits? You don't want them to be too long, but what I'm going to do is chop these up so I have multiple sort of seed potatoes. It's fabulous. And then I will put this in pretty much anything. This has grown, hundreds of pounds for people in compost. So this stuff will grow in almost everything. God bless it. All right. So I'm going to show you how I cut it up, and then we're going to go ahead and plant it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these chits into something that's more useful for me. You could bury this whole thing in whatever you want to bury it in, and it will grow. But this is what a lot of folks do, and it worked for me last year, so I'm going to try it again, okay? So you take an area that's got like a pretty decent chit, and you take off the chit, and cut that all the way to the bottom there. All right, so there we go. Now, that is a seed potato, essentially, okay? So that's going in the ground. Now I'm going to do that with the rest of these guys, just making little pieces basically with with each one of these guys. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you how we're going to plant them. Thanks. Hey guys, so I'm about ready to plant these potatoes. I've done some, I put my potting soil and some vermiculite in there. That's the potting soil and the vermiculite. And pre-moistened it. Make sure it's kind of like warm and moist. Let it dry a little bit. And now I'm going to, first I'll put some dirt in there, like so. All right. Boom. I think about one more of these will probably do the trick. And let's give it another one. And there we go. Okay. So you see in here, we've just got like a little base of moist soil. Okay. Now that's where we're going to put our chitted potatoes, which are right there. We're going to pop those on there. But first I want to put a little bit of a very light fertilizer of worm castings. This is my favorite, Vermisterra worm castings. So I'm just going to take some of this. Sorry about the jerkiness. Just a little bit of that, sprinkle it around. Move it in there a little bit. So that's a real mild fertilizer. Potatoes want pretty well draining soil, plenty of organic matter, and plenty of that, which is fertilizer. So we're going to put some of that in there as well. But first, let's put the potatoes in. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these potatoes, baby. There we go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just pop this in. You can see I have the chit side up. Okay, we're going to do that with the other ones. Sort of generally distributing them around this area. These chits are relatively upright. Tomatoes are an amazing food because they just will grow anywhere. And they're great, even like for kids and stuff when you do your sort of potato reveal at the end. So okay, so I've got my chitted potatoes in there. I've got some worm castings, some vermiculite, and some potting soil. And there's two ways of doing this that I'm aware of. Some people will put soil above this, basically, and wait for the green to grow, and then keep on stacking it up. And just do that again and again until it's top. Turns out, from everything that I've seen, that actually does have to happen. So what I'm going to do now is put the rest of that in there and add some of that. So let me go do that. All right, guys. So that's the finished product right there. Used all that. Put some plant food in there. That's an 848 fertilizer, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Just the big nutrients. So I added a few layers of that stuff, plant food, and I scratched them in. Added more layers of soil. So this is pretty heavily fertilized at this point, so I'm not gonna have to fertilize for quite a while. So at this point, put them in the relative sun and water them from time to time. They take a long time to pop up, so you get to see the greens growing, and then when they fall and die back, you wait, and then all of that energy from this greenness goes down into the tuber and makes a bigger tomato. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and that's how you use a chitted potato from the grocery store, and I popped it in there. All right, thanks very much, guys.